Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Money in the Morning, aka Economic Elevation, aka Financial Consciousness. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I hope everybody's feeling good today. I hope you're feeling awfully black and proud and intelligent and capable and everything else. I wanted to come in today and talk to you guys about a few things that I'm seeing in the economy and in the markets, things that can help you make money. And I want to ask a really hard question today. I want to figure out what works best for Black people, um, voting or investing. It's um, it's one of those questions where I wanted to address this in a certain way, not because I want you to think that you shouldn't invest or you shouldn't vote. I mean, a lot of you feel that everyone should vote, and I respect that, and I think that that's a credible point of view. But I wanted to really sort of break down the difference between symbolism and substance, and really talk to you about some real economic facts, things that you really should know about as well, particularly as it relates to what's happening in this economy, and also what's going to happen to those who remain asleep during this economy. There are some people who are asleep, some people who are 100% woke, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. All right, so before I start, I want to mention that the Black AI conference is this weekend, by the way. And so if you want to join us, the URL is blackaiconference.com. And what I'll do is I'll grab the link and just put the link in the chat too, so you guys can grab it and come on in if you want to network with experts and people that can help you figure things out. Also, later on today, this afternoon, if you are a stock market investor and you want to ask me questions and find out what stocks I'm buying and talk to me about that type of stuff, you can go to drboycestockmarket.com. That's drboycestockmarket.com. That's this afternoon, so feel free to join us. All right, so let me first mention this. First off, there is something happening in the economy, and I read about this. Morgan Stanley issued a warning. By the way, the link's right in there if you want to click on the link to go to the conference. Morgan Stanley issued this warning about something that I thought about it, but it was interesting to see how they spoke about it in a certain way. And by the way, Erica, I do see your question. But if I answer the question, I'm gonna lose my train of thought and my ADHD will kick in. It'll just be a big mess. I'll be word vomiting everywhere, and I don't want y'all to. That's just nasty. You don't want to see all that. So put your question in the Q&A section, Erica, and we'll make a few minutes to answer a question. So just copy and paste it in the Q&A section. Um, yeah. So what Morgan Stanley warned about was something that's happening in the economy that's probably going to get worse. And this thing that they talked about was something called a jobless recovery, or either a jobless expansion or a jobless growth. And what I want you to um, understand as we explain this and how this jobless growth thing works. First off, I'm going to show you one of the biggest pieces of evidence that you do already have this happening. If you go look at the net worth of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and how much they were worth 10 years ago versus how much they're worth now, you would see this massive growth in their net worth. Mark Zuckerberg worth probably $100 billion more than what he was 10 years ago. But if you go look at the average American worker, how many of you know? Give me a guess if you know that minimum wage has barely budged. Give me a yes if you've noticed that. Give me a yes if you've noticed that pay raises really aren't that strong. Right? Employees are not typically getting that much more money. Right? They want to make sure you get enough to survive so that you don't die. In between shifts. But for the most part, they're not really out here fighting to make sure workers get what they're owed and everything else, right? And what they're worth. And so what's really occurred, and this is going to lead to my second point that I'm going to make, which I know it's always controversial when I talk about politics and voting, but I just don't give a damn because you got it. You're gonna either you gonna learn today, and if you don't learn today, you're gonna learn tomorrow.